Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Pemko number 75518A SYN. This is a residential threshold. This is an adjustable aluminum top style threshold. The 75518 is representative of the profile that you can see in the threshold here. We're going to go over the dimensional properties in a moment. The A stands for the mill aluminum finish, which is what this is. Okay. Now the SYN, when you add that to the part number, it deviates. It will give you a synthetic substrate versus a mill option pine sort of board that would historically be installed. The SYN is a synthetic material. I believe, tell you what that means. We're going to stand by here. The SYN defined from Pemko is just simply synthetic wood substrate. I don't know what the material is made of. It appears to be some very dense. If you turned styrofoam and made it into an incredibly hard, dense material, it would somewhat come close to describing what this looks like. This threshold is available in A finish, mill aluminum, BDG, bright dip gold, D for dark bronze anodized, and SN for satin nickel. Just a note about satin nickel, the satin nickel from Pemko, there is a measurable, albeit very tiny, amount of kickback from the marketplace that says the satin nickel doesn't look really nice or match very, very well the satin nickel. And indeed it doesn't. But the fact of the matter is the satin nickel material is an anodized process over aluminum, and while it's quite complementary, it's not exact, and nor is any of the finishes. They're complementary. But just keep in mind that satin nickel is what it is. And if you have any concern about that finish, reach out to us. We'll see if we can find an actual photograph or video of what SN looks like from Pemko. Now, moving forward, the dimensional properties of this threshold. 5 5/8 is the width. Now, the height of this threshold is going to start out at 1 1/8. This will allow you a 1/4 inch adjustability, so it will go from 1 1/8 to 1 3. Okay, now residential is where you're going to use this. A wood door application, wood door, wood frame. Your door is going to occupy the space over the adjustable part. These doors swing in as a rule. Doesn't have to, but they're intended to swing in. Okay. The leading edge of the threshold is a specific profile. This profile is either left just as it is, but also from Pemko you can add 3 different widths of extensions that will mate or snap into this profile. Those widths are 3/4 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. So you can take 5 5/8 and add 3/4, add 2 inch, or add 3 inch, okay, to suit your needs. Those part numbers are always EXT, and then the dimension, and then the finish. EXT 2A, 2 inch mill aluminum finish. Okay, now, the adjusting rods, the adjusting bolts are here, and here, and here, and those are the bolts by which you can adjust this up and down. And you're able to get a small amount of adjustment that will allow you to tailor maybe to a door that's not perfectly plumb or square, but not very much. What would be a very nice addition to this, obviously, is a door bottom, a U-shaped door bottom from Pemko, maybe a door sweep outside of it, maybe one on the inside, maybe a mortised automatic door bottom that would be installed in the bottom of the door. All of those things would collude to make this a very nice system. This is all aluminum, obviously. Well, not obviously, but you may not be aware that Pemko has the same concept of thresholds in a wood version, and that would be typically a 95518. It's of course true that the dimension will change a little bit because you've got not only a wood top, but really a wood backer that's back here, so the dimension changes a little bit. No, but nonetheless, available as a wood top as well. So keep that in mind. Now, thresholds like this do not come with any screws. They do not come with any provision for screws whatsoever. And that's because thresholds like this are generally installed when the door and frame go in. Thresholds like this are generally used as a structural member of the frame, meaning that you've got the header and the two jambs. The threshold is mechanically fastened to the bottom of the jambs as well. Okay. Typically stapled or nailed through here. I'm not aware of how capable this is of taking screws in the edge of it, or staples or nails or whatever it is, but that's generally how these thresholds are installed. There are obviously people who will drill and countersink, because what they're trying to do is extract an old one out and replace it with a new threshold, and that is a difficult procedure, assuming that when the door and frame were installed, the original threshold was a part of that jamb assembly and attached through the edge. That could be a challenge to get the old, it is a challenge to get the old one out of there. There are times when clients say, no problem, I'll take care of that. There are times when clients said, I have no possibility of doing that. So keep that all in mind when proceeding with a threshold like this. So complementing it, again, are the door bottom, the door sweep, the automatic door bottom would be very typical. You've got the different finishes. In the absence of SYN, you'll get that mill option pine wood backer underneath. In the SYN is a fairly new sort of introduction to the Pemko product line. Available, this one, in only two lengths, roughly 3 foot and 6 foot, 36.5 or 73 3/4. Those are the only sizes. You know about the extensions. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Pemko items that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's product catalog where you can review all things Pemko related, not only residential door sweeps, residential thresholds, sweeps, perimeter gasketing, but of course commercial weather stripping as well, material made of aluminum like this, stainless steel, architectural bronze as well. There is an option for water pan when you click add to cart. A water pan would certainly make a lot of sense with a threshold. Well, it wouldn't be illogical to have it. All a water pan is a thin piece of sheet metal, aluminum in this case, that would sit underneath here and protect or provide a barrier between this area and the sill onto which it's sitting. It's just another barrier between those two. Clients say, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to use it. My response is, well, order it or don't. But if you order it, it's such an inexpensive add to the threshold, you can elect not to use it. It's a very small percentage of the overall cost. Any questions on the Pemko 75518 AYSN residential style adjustable aluminum top, synthetic bottom threshold, or any other Pemko product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.